everyone, how are you all? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are one of my regular viewers, and welcome to a brand new video. So as you can see, I've just been in the shower. It's the morning here, obviously, and I thought today I would film a bit of a get ready with me. So it has been requested by a couple of people if I would film like my hair care, my skincare, my makeup routine. So I thought I'd start the vlog this morning and show you what skincare I use in the morning, what makeup I use, and obviously what I use on my hair. So a little bit of a get ready with me, and then we might go out and about somewhere. I've not quite yet decided, so we'll see when I've got ready what I think I'm going to be doing. And then this evening I will film my evening skincare routine, because that is a little bit different to the morning one. The morning one is a little bit quicker and easier, because obviously, you know, it's the morning and we don't want to be faffing about too much, whereas in the evening, you know, you've got a bit more time to pamper yourself, haven't you? So, like I say, been in the shower, washed my hair and condition it. I don't tend to wash my hair that often, a couple of times a week if I can get away with it. I do love a bit of dry shampoo, because obviously when I've washed my hair, I've then got to blow dry it, and I've also got to straighten it, which obviously isn't too great for your hair. So I try not to do it, because I think I have said before that I am trying to get my hair in a bit better condition. So the shampoo and the conditioner that I'm using now at the moment is the Colour Wow one. Not overly cheap, it's fairly, well, a little bit more on the pricey side. I use quite a lot of their products, but they do quite often have offers on, and if you sign up to the emails, things like that, you quite often get discounts. So definitely worth looking. In fact, I don't know whether it's still on, but they were doing a 25% off everything for autumn. So if you're quick, they might still be running that. Right, so the first thing in the morning for, sorry, I'm just pulling my cotton wool, well, keep my cotton wool forward. Yeah, so the first thing in the morning, quick and easy, I just use cotton wool and micellar water. So at the moment I've got the Nivea one, but I also do sometimes use the Garnier one. So yeah, nothing, like, by no means am I any expert in any of this. But like I say, I just thought I would film it. It has been requested, and I thought it's nice to do a realistic one, you know, with products that people probably will or do actually use anyway. So all I do is I go in with the micellar water, just on a piece of cotton wool. Micellar water is great for using around the eyes and lips. It's gentle, isn't it? So you can use it, you know, all around those more sensitive areas as well. And then all I do, get another piece of cotton wool, is go in with some toner. I'm not too fussy which toner I use. Sometimes I use the L'Oreal one. I've got the simple one at the moment. I've got much left actually. The Simple Soothing Facial Toner. So again, on just another piece of cotton wool, I just go in with a bit of toner. So yeah, please don't come for me if, you know, you think I'm not doing anything right. I mean, by all means, give me any tips. I'm always welcome to those. But yeah, like I say, I am no expert. That's really why I've not filmed anything like this before. You know, because I know I'm not an expert in anything like this. So then, after my toner, I just put my little glass jar that I keep my cotton wool in. I got that for £1 ages ago. Then, I mean, I vary it a little bit, I must admit, but at the moment I have got, where is it? The Garnier Vitamin C Serum. I have said before on this channel, I love vitamin C serum, anything vitamin C. So yeah, I've got that one. I have also got the number 7 Youthful Replenishing Facial Oil. I also use that one sometimes. Now the stopper isn't working very well on this one, so at the moment I'm just going to pour a little bit, not a lot, you don't need to use a lot of serum. I just rub it a little bit, and then I just dab it into my face, my forehead, and just a little bit going down my neck just with what's left on my hands. So that's serum. Then I go in with eye cream. I showed this in my Primark haul, so I've only just started using this a sort of past week or so, but I'm really, you know, think it's good. I will repurchase this. So it is the Primark Cooling Eye Serum, and it's the one with the like metal bit on the end. So I just squeeze a little bit out so I can see it's there, and then I just dab some underneath both eyes, and then I just roller it. And it's really nice and cooling with that tip on there. I just think it feels really nice. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that around and use that nice cooling tip to just rub it in a little bit. And then some moisturiser. So at the moment, I have got the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Day Cream. This is SPF 15. Again, I do use this one quite a bit. I have had this before, but I do vary it. You know, like at Christmas, I'll quite often get a beauty advent calendar, so I'll use different products that's in that. Or I absolutely love the Boots £10 Tuesday. If you don't know about it, you probably do, but for anybody who doesn't know, every Tuesday they do £10 Tuesday, and they have loads of products. If you sign up to the Boots email, they have loads of products that are £10. And quite often, in fact every week, some products, some you only save like £3.99, £2.99, but some products you can save as much as like 20, 15, 20 plus pounds. So quite often I will try different products using that. So yeah, that's the moisturiser. And then I've already cleaned my teeth, so I'll just go in with a little bit of Vaseline on my lips. So I've got this one, and I've also got the little pinky one. These are only like, if you can, sometimes you can get these for about £1, £1.50. So I just tend to put that on my lips basically. And really that is it for my morning routine, not a massive amount. So just put a bit of that on. And next I'll show you my makeup and my hair. Right, so I've moved out of our ensuite into our dressing room. It's a spare bedroom, but we have it, it's next to our bedroom, so we have it as a dressing room. So this is where I keep my makeup. I am not by any means, again I will say, an expert. So yeah, I just want to, you know, put that out there. So once my moisturiser's sunk in a little bit, I'll put a little bit of primer on. So I've got the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Primer. So I'll put a little bit of that on. Just let that sort of sink in for a couple of minutes. And then I don't really very often wear foundation. I like a tinted moisturiser or a BB cream. Now, I do like this one. I've kept it to show you, but it actually has run out. So I might get some more. This is only, I don't know whether it's £1.99 or £2.99 for my home bargains. Absolute bargain. It's the BB Cream, the Pure Blemish Balm. Daily all-in-one. They do it in a light and a medium. I get the medium. But yeah, I like that. I've also got some Flawless Filter Charlotte Tilbury foundation, which again is nice, a bit higher end if you wanted to, you know, get something a little bit higher end. But I also love the, which is what I'm going to put on today, the tinted moisturiser from Primark. Now, I've had this a while. I'm not sure whether they are still doing this. I've got it in number 3, I think the shade is. Yeah. So I'm not sure whether they are still doing this one. But I do like it. So I tend to do things with my hands. I know people use brushes and stuff, and yeah, but if your hands are clean, you know, I just think, I don't know, sometimes I use a brush, but more often than not, I just get in there with my hands. Now, my skin is not very good, it has to be said, at the minute. I'm a little bit, yeah, got a few spots and what have you. So this is very obviously natural. It's just a tinted moisturiser, so I just put some of that on. I always think you can layer it up though, can't you? Build it up or whatever, you know, whatever you want to say, to make it a little bit of a more intense sort of colour, just to give you a bit more coverage. So I do like it when you can build them up, because obviously then, you know, it's up to you how much you want to put on. So I just sort of go in, rub all that in, rub it down onto my neck a little bit. So that's moisturiser, primer, tinted moisturiser. And then I use some under eye highlighter. This one I've had for a while. It is, I can't think what it's called. I'll try and remember what it's called and I'll put it on the screen. I've had it, I've used it that much, it's wore off. But I'll open it up and it's just like that inside, and you just put a little bit under your eye, and it's under eye highlighter. So it's just supposed to help with dark circles. I do really suffer with dark circles. I always have done, even when I was younger. I think, you know, sometimes it's just one of those things, isn't it? Some people suffer more than others, and unfortunately I do. I do think this makes a bit of difference, not a massive amount, because I just don't think anything does that well with dark circles. If you have got any tips for dark circles or anything that you use that you find particularly good, please let me know, because like I say, I do suffer with them. So any help would be gratefully received. So I just dab in a little bit of that, and then I put a little bit of concealer under my eyes, and obviously on any spots. So I've got a couple of different ones. I'm just finishing off this one at the minute. I think this is Aldi, I think. Yeah, the Cura. I think it's a rip-off of it's a dupe of the Tarte one, if you know what I mean. I think it's called that anyway. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that over any sort of brown spots, age spots, and a bit under my eyes, and just dab that in. Yeah, so just put a little bit of that on. I don't very often do like a massive face full of makeup. I don't ever wear eyeliner. I don't really ever wear eyeshadow either. Sometimes I'll use brow gel to darken my eyebrows, which they could do with being a little bit darker actually at the moment, because it's been a while since I've had brow lamination or brow tint. In fact, I want to book in, actually. I must book in for another brow lamination, because I'm due for that. I do like a brow lamination or a brow tint. So yeah, sometimes I'll use a brow gel, or sometimes I'll just use the brow laminate just to sort of hold them in place a little bit more. But yeah, don't really use eyeshadow and don't use eyeliner. So that is that. The next thing, we'll do the brow laminate. So I like this one, the Got To Be. And this they sell in Home Bargains. They've had it in Home Bargains for a long while. I've seen it for a long time. They've still got it. I saw it last time I went in Home Bargains last week. So I just sort of brush my eyebrows up a little bit with that, just to make them look a little bit fuller. That's all I do with that. Yeah. So yeah, I like that, and I think it's not a bad price. I think it's about £4.49 in Home Bargains. So yeah, I like that one. Put that in there. And then I curl my eyelashes. I do think curling eyelashes always helps. These are the UK Lash eyelash curlers, because I do use their eyelash serum that's supposed to make your eyelashes longer. My eyelashes now are finally getting back to a better length and fuller from having years of eyelash extensions. That if you have followed me for a long time, you will know that I had eyelash extensions for a long time, years. And then I stopped having them, and my eyelashes were really short and really fine. Obviously, anything that you add that is false is not going to be too great, really, is it? So yeah, I've been using the UK Lash Eyelash Serum for a few months now. In fact, I think it's nearly gone. I need to get some more. And I think it has helped, to be honest. They aren't too bad now. I mean, I'm not saying they're great, but they are a lot better than what they was when I first stopped having extensions. So yeah, just curl those. Do that one just a little bit more. And then mascara. I am at the minute using this one. My niece told me about this one, the Maybelline Colossal. So I'm using that one at the minute. But when my eyelashes, when I first had my extensions off, I got the Rumi, the Volume Care mascara. That's another good one if you've got really fine, thin, short eyelashes. That one's really good. So I'm just sort of looking a little bit in there and a little bit in the mirror that I've got in front of me. So I'll just put a little bit of this mascara on. But yes, I'm always open to recommendations. If anybody uses anything that they think is particularly good, please comment below. Because I think it's really nice if we can sort of help each other out. If I can help you with anything or give you any of my recommendations, and if you can give me any as well. Yeah, I always think it's nice if, you know, we can give each other recommendations. Anything that you use that is particularly good, please let me know. So that is my mascara. Yeah, got a bit up there. Definitely no expert, but I'll do. And then blusher. Again, a couple of different sorts. I've got the Pixie one. And I've also got this one, which was from, out of I think it was out of a glossy box or an advent calendar. Can't quite remember. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that make is. I'll find out and put it on the screen. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, like I say, I don't even know where I got it from, but I quite like it. It's just like a blush stick, and then I just put some on, and then I just dab it in, basically. So I tend to put that like that, like a bit of a stripe, sort of going up my cheek, and then I just dab it in with my fingers. A couple of different blushes I use. I do tend to like these sort of the creamy ones, probably more nowadays than the powder blushers. But yeah, again, any recommendations, gratefully received. Need to do a little bit more on that side, just a touch. Look slightly pink on the other side. Yeah, that's my blusher. And then I'm not going to put any lipstick on today because I don't think I'm going to bother. But the lip liners I use, I've got the Primark lip liner, and I also have, look how little this is now. This is well worn. I need to get a new one. The Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. Do love that one, but this one is also good. And then lipsticks, I've got a Chanel one, a bit of a bougie one, but that's downstairs in my handbag. But I don't think you can be, I know it's very popular, but the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick, and I've also got the Pillow Talk lip luster, which is like the lip gloss. So I do like Charlotte Tilbury, I have to say. So that is the lip liner and the lipstick that would be my go-to Pillow Talk. So I do like just sort of nude, neutral coloured lipstick. And then highlighter, again, Charlotte Tilbury. But I have got a dupe that was from TEMU, the Beauty Light Glow, but I do like the Beauty Light Wand from Charlotte Tilbury. And I tend to put some on my cheeks there. I put some on my forehead there, either side. I put a little bit down my nose and a little bit on my Cupid's bow and just dab it in. And a few people have said about my skin looking a little bit sort of glowy. Thank you so much to everybody who's commented that, because that's nice to hear. And I think it probably is this, the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. I do like it. Obviously, with it being Charlotte Tilbury, it's a little bit more more expensive, but yeah, you can get some really good dupes. That one that I got from, it just looks the same. I have to make sure I'm showing you the right one. Yeah, this is the dupe that I got off TEMU. I think I got this from, and yeah, it's a good dupe, I think. So that's where I put highlighter. I don't do any contouring. I'm not very good at it. So yeah, this is just an easy everyday makeup that I think everybody can do, because sometimes, I mean, I love watching people who are really good doing the makeup, but sometimes, well, I'm coming more from the just realistic, slightly older, lady who doesn't want to spend a load of time faffing or hasn't got a load of time to faff, and just very natural and quick and easy that anybody can do. So that is my highlighter. And really, that's it. I'll tend to just, if I don't wear lipstick, which isn't very, I don't wear lipstick very often, I tend to just put either Vaseline on my lips, like I said, or some kind of lip oil, like the Charlotte Tilbury lip oil, the Aldi that is the dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury lip oil, or I've got a Primark lip oil. I do like any of those. And that's it. That's my makeup done. Yeah. Like I say, I'm just trying to think if I forgot anything. Oh, sometimes actually, I do put a bit of the Charlotte Tilbury, again, bronzing powder. And I do like this, I have to say, as well. And I'll just put a little bit of that on as well. So I'll just get a bit on my brush. And then I just sort of put it a bit on my cheeks. Under my chin there. Forehead, nose. Just a bit everywhere, really. And then sometimes I'll do it down my neck a little bit as well. So yeah, I do like that actually as well, the Charlotte Tilbury bronzing powder. But yeah, that's it. That's all I will wear pretty much any time I'm putting any makeup on. If I was really going to town, having a proper night out, which is very rare anyway, I might put a little bit of eyeshadow on and obviously lipstick. I have got... Actually, I gave my daughter because I didn't really use it. I had an iconic one that came in I think that came in the advent calendar last year, and I gave it my daughter. So because I never really wear it. Quite often I'll give stuff to Kaya. So yeah, that's it really for makeup. And next on to hair. Right, so let me put my makeup bag away. To say I don't really wear a lot of makeup. I have got a lot, but let's get rid of that. Right, so hair products. Like I said earlier, I use the Colour Wow shampoo and conditioner at the moment, and then I'll either use the Colour Wow Dream Coat spray, which you only have to use that every few washes, and I used that I think last time, so I'm not going to use that today. I'm going to use the Colour Wow Dream Cocktail, the kale infused one. I do like Colour Wow products, aren't cheap like I said earlier, but I do think they are good. And like I said, you can get a lot of offers on their products. So I just put in whichever one I'm using, either the spray or the Dream Cocktail. Just put that through. Give my hair a little bit of a brush. I do tend to straighten my hair quite a lot because it has got a bit of a natural waving, but like I say, I'm trying not to go too mad with the straightening and the blow drying, just because, you know, obviously trying to get my hair better. I do love a dry shampoo as well. Like I said earlier, Batiste, you can't go wrong with that one. My daughter will only use that one, but I'll use any. I've got Primark, and I've also got the Got To Be dry shampoo, which I got from Home Bargains. I have drawn nearly had my thumb off. I have got Richard very kindly got me this for Christmas last year, the Dyson Airwrap. So this is the hair dryer that I use. I do like it. It isn't cheap, but I do think it does help to smooth my hair, because my hair is frizzy, like I say, and it's got like a smoothing bit. So I'll just dry it first with the sort of rough drying bit, and then I'll show you the smoothing action on it. Yeah, so I use the Dyson Airwrap.
Road trip classics on the radio, with your hand tied in mine. There's no such thing as time. Now we can go anywhere you wanna go. Ooh, there's no place we can go.
So what they say with the Airwrap is, I think they say get it 80%, around 80% dry before you move to the smoothing one. So you just twist that, and it's got the smoothing bar, and the airflow just comes out there, and just go down slowly the hair, and it just helps to smooth it and straighten it. Hope you can hear me. Just go down to the end and just go over each bit a couple of times. I tend to go down like that, but on the video that I've seen, they sort of go out like that. So, don't really know, but I tend to go sort of downwards with it, and I do think it does help the little flyaway bit. You just turn it off for a minute just while I say this. I do think it helps the little flyaway bits. Now, I do have a lot of flyaways, and I think it's because a lot of my hair was not in great condition, breaking off. And since I've been using the better products, all this Colour Wow, I am getting all new hair growing back. So yeah, I have got a lot of flyaways, but I do think that smoothing action does help with that. So I'm just going to go around, finish off, smoothing it down, and then I still, unfortunately, do have to go through use the straighteners. However, I don't have to use them as much for as long using this smoothing bit.
I feel the sparkle in the air sometimes. Don't ask me why, just cross the line. I know how this will go, so hold me tight. You're the one I want, you're the one I need. I wanna hold you close, I need you by my side. Cause you're all I want, I got what you need.
Right, so next I will use my straighteners, like I say. So I have got, just plug them in, I have got the little GHD ones. I do think you can't beat GHD straighteners. Let me just plug them in. Yeah, I do think you can't beat GHD straighteners. I have had some others that weren't bad, like Babyliss ones and what have you. But yeah, I do think these are the best, in my opinion. These are the GHD original, the cheapest ones. They do have some really expensive, more fancy ones, but yeah, nice, like gold colours and things like that. When I ordered these, there was some that was a lot more expensive, but I just got the basic ones, if you like. So I put a bit of iron oil on before I use the straighteners. At the minute, I've got this I've got this from B&M, the Guardian Angel Heat Protection Spray. So I just put a little bit of this on before I straighten my hair, just because hopefully I think it helps a little bit. So yeah, spray a bit of that on before I straighten it, just push it through a little bit, and then I'll just go over with the straighteners, and then I'm going to put on the Pantene Argan Infused Oil, just to get rid, so that's what that one looks like, just to get rid of the flyaway bits here, or help to, as best as I can. And then for these bits on the top, I use the hair mascara one. So this is the TEMU one, this is the Primark version. I do like, and I do think it is a little bit better than this, but it is a lot more money. This is only obviously really reasonably priced with being Primark, and it is good, and I have repurchased it. So I do recommend it, but the rehab one I think has got the edge, but it is a lot more money. I think it was like £20, maybe more. There again, I always like an offer quite often. Stacey Solomon works for rehab. Quite often she gives out discount codes and things. That's how I got it on a discount code when I ordered it. But I think I am going to order some more. But yeah, this is a great cheaper alternative. So just going down the ends of my hair with the straighteners. My hair, I know, is looking like it needs colouring at the roots. I am booked in actually. I think it might be next week I'm booked in. I am booked in soon for my colour, and I'm going to have it the same colour again, I think. Not quite as blonde. I mean, obviously it is blonde, but I'm not having it as blonde as what I did used to have it this last time. We sort of agreed, me and my hairdresser, not to go as blonde, because I said I'm trying to get it in better condition. I'm trying not to straighten it as much. She says with a pair of straighteners in her hand, but yeah, trying not to straighten it as much, trying to lower as much as I can the breakage, and you know, doing bad things to it. So she said about obviously not using as much bleach, not going as blonde. So I'm definitely going to be sticking with that, because I mean this is just plenty blonde enough anyway. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be sticking with that colour. So just a little bit of that on my hands, and just rub it in a little bit, warm it up a little bit, and then just put a little bit of that through to the ends, and then the tamer just on the little bits on the top, and that is pretty much me done. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this part of today's video. Something a little bit different for me, and I sort of did hesitate a little bit to do it because, like I've said probably about 3 times, that I am no expert in skincare, makeup or hair care, as you've probably been able to tell. But I did want to film it. On the other hand, I was a bit hesitant, but then a couple of people have requested it, and I thought, you know what? Not everybody is an expert. Not everybody wants to see, like, you know, pretty much pro makeup artists or hairdressers at work. People just want to see somebody normal, somebody ordinary, not normal, somebody ordinary, you know, doing hair and makeup and skin. So, yeah, that's me pretty much done on a day-to-day basis. I mean, this is me looking good. Quite often I've got not bothered straightening my hair, put a cap on, no makeup on, and I'm off out like that. So this is pretty much me on a good day. So I was deciding while I was doing my hair, I've just been thinking where I could take you, where we could go today, and I'm thinking I might take you to Marks and Spencer's because I got a voucher for my birthday. My lovely friend Lisa, hi Lisa, if you're watching. She got me a Marks and Spencer's voucher for my birthday. So I'm thinking, why don't we go there, have a look around the fashion, see if there's anything I can spend my voucher on. I mean, if there isn't, I'm not going to, I mean, I could always get food and that from there, but I'm not, because it was from my birthday. So I don't want to spend it on food. I want to buy myself something with it, you know, some clothes or whatever. So I'm going to have a look around the fashion, see if I want to spend my voucher. If not, I'm going to hold on to it for a bit, because it'll have, I bet it's got a year or so on it at least. And I'll film a little bit of the fashion. And then I thought we might go into the food haul bit and maybe film in the Christmas chocolates, because I always think they're Christmas chocolates, they're Christmas goodies. They always have some really nice things, don't they, in there? So I might film that, and then I might even have a bit of a solo date and treat myself to a M&S cafe, a coffee. And maybe if I could get hold of it, I don't know whether they only sell it to a certain time though, the new gluten-free bacon roll that they do in the cafe. If not, I'll have toasty or something. But anyway, yeah, why not? I do actually like a solo date. You know, you can go at your own pace. Nobody's rushing you. Yeah, I think it is quite nice. So anyway, I'm going to get some clothes on and take you to M&S. Right, so let's get in here and we'll start off with the clothing section first. So I'll show you what's on the mannequins like I always like to do so you can see what they put together. So the first thing was this leopard print skirt, £36, long skirt, felt really nice quality. Then they had this olive green cardigan, £36. It had the frill detailing around the sleeves and around the bottom as well. Wide leg jeans, Marks and Spencer's are fantastic for jeans, aren't they? These are the really dark denim ones. I'm trying to find the price. I think it said £45. Then they had this waistcoat. Again, that same beautiful green colour, and I really liked it because the buttons were sort of going a bit diagonal. I thought that was really nice. £45 for that. Yeah, I like that. I like how the buttons are on that. And then it also had some matching trousers. So these are the trousers. So they had elasticated waist at the back. And they were wide leg as well. And they were £40 for those. Then that same skirt was available in a dress. So it had short sleeves. It had the tie detailing on the sleeves. And that one was £46. Then this coat, this was £60, recycled polyester, it said. It had the epaulettes, are they called, on the shoulders, and beautiful lining, beautiful check, little jacket. Then they had this chocolate brown top with the lace detailing, £26. I didn't think that was too bad a price. Some more really dark denim jeans, this time with the turn-ups on. The cigarette style, I think they're called. Then they had this short-sleeved jumper with like a lace overlay. Thought that was cute. Then they had this grey short-sleeved jumper, £46, and it said wool blend with alpaca. They also did have that in different colours, I think, as well. £36 for this one. This cardigan with the fairly big buttons. I really like the pockets on the front of that. Yeah, I like that. And then this jacket I also thought was nice. I really like the big pockets on the chest area. I thought that one was good, and it had the buttons on the sleeve there as well. Nice colour as well, £55 for that one, recycled polyester. Yeah, I did like that. And then moving on, they had this black dress, long black dress, and I like that detailing on the front, the ruching, the metal detailing, and that was £36, which I didn't think was bad for that dress. Then they had this burgundy one, long sleeved, sort of a bit lacy. Yeah, beautiful colour. Obviously burgundy is everywhere, isn't it? And that one was £50. I thought this dress with the big gold buttons was really nice. It was £30. Nice colour, nice for wearing to the office, and you could wear like a long sleeve top underneath it, a little thin polo neck jumper or something. Really like this short sleeve thick denim shirt as well. It looked nice with some wide leg trousers. Then they had this cardigan, that was £36. I like the pattern on it, and then a similar sort of pattern, the checks in the jumper, and that was £36 as well. And then some more knitwear. They had this roll neck jumper in beige. I'm just trying to find the price of that one, £28. So not a bad price, and a nice neutral colour. They had this denim dress, and it had a zip up the back. Other than that, it was very plain on the front. That one was £46. Looked nice with some knee length boots. Then these navy joggers, they're nice with the stripes down. They also did have them in burgundy as well. Had this cloud yarn knitwear, so the cardigans with the big buttons, they had those in a couple of different colours. Not really heard of that cloud yarn before, but I presume it's because it feels soft. I don't know. Please enlighten me if you know. They had this jacket, that one was £70 with a really wide collar. And then they had this burgundy dress with the black lace detailing long, that was £55. Then they had this faux leather burgundy jacket. I like the big thick pockets on it. It had a zip all the way up, but it did look, £65, it did look very faux, if you know what I mean. But that obviously is the style of it. They had this burgundy blouse. Not really so keen on that. Love the colour, but I'm not really, don't really like that neckline. Then they had this burgundy dress as well. Then they had this sheepskin sort of style coat with the boucle inside, £79. It felt very, like it would be very cosy. Then they had this one, £70. Wasn't so keen on that personally. Then they had just the plain polo neck long sleeve tops, they were £16 and they did have those in different colours as well. Then this stripy jumper, £55 with the dark grey and the light grey. Some burgundy faux leather trousers. Wasn't so keen on those, they were £40. Liked this burgundy jumper, I mean burgundy, can't go wrong, that's that alpaca blended one again. And then this sort of faux leather black jacket, like a suit jacket, that one was £70. And next I'm going to move on to some boots and footwear. So the footwear isn't cheap, I don't think, in M&S, but obviously they do have a lot of leather boots. So they had the Chelsea boots, they had this style boot with the chocolate brown suede, the black leather with the buckle detailing and the zips up. And then they had these chunky style boots in chocolate brown suede, black suede with the zip up the front. So I'm just sort of picking a few out and going across, not showing you all of them obviously, but just giving you a bit of an overview of the ones that they had in store. Obviously they had some knee length ones as well in black and brown, £70 for these with the elastic at the sides. I like those chocolate brown ones. Then they had this brogue style Chelsea boot, so they were a little bit cheaper, they were £46. And they were like in a sort of a burgundy-ish browny colour. Then moving on to some slippers, because they have some gorgeous ones. They weren't cheap though, I mean these ones were beautiful, but yeah, a little bit more expensive. But if you're looking for people for Christmas, you might want to, you know, treat them a little bit more. £29.50, I like those ones. Then they had the ones with the fur on, and they had those in a few different colours. They were £23. Then there was some that was cheaper. These ones were £15. Yeah, £30 for those grey ones, some mule style ones, some boucle style ones. They were nice. I mean, I do love my slippers, but I don't really know if I would pay that much for them. Though these ones were nice for £26 with the tie around the back. They do look like some that my daughter had from Boo Avenue, which it was there obviously a little bit more pricey as well. Then back to some more boots, because I really like these ones for £76. I like the chocolate brown ones, and those beige suede ones are nice there as well. And then moving on to some pyjamas. You guys know I love my pyjamas, and I thought these were reasonably priced, and they had loads of different sorts. I'll show some more later on in the video. But yeah, £12.50 for the set, not a bad price as well, and lots of different patterns on those as well. So quite a large variety of them. I love my dressing gown, and I thought this one was really nice, and I do love it when they have a hood, and obviously it's a nice neutral colour as well. I like this set of pyjamas. It was £28. It had the long sleeve sort of sweatshirt top and then the shorts. I really like the check pattern, and that pattern did come in long pyjamas and also in a nightshirt. You got 2 packs of these. I thought these were nice for the 2 pair. They do a few different sorts that come in a pack of 2. They had some shorts that came in a pack of 2, and also some long, those shorts came in the pack of 2, the same as the long ones. These are some more of the £12.50 pyjamas. So like I say, lots of different colours and styles in those, even some Christmas ones. So they're a good price if you want to put them away for Christmas with the candy canes on. These came in a pack of 2, these shorts, so £22. For both pairs, and I really like that button detailing, and they did have pockets as well, which I love, and these were also in the pack of 2. How nice are both of those 2 of long sleeved long bottom pyjamas, should I say. £28 for the set. These check ones, how nice are these for Christmas, and they are the ones that you can get for the whole family. So the ladies ones are £32, so not particularly cheap, but they look so nice and really nice quality as well. And then I thought these ones were really nice, £32 again, great for Christmas with the holly berries on, long sleeved and long bottoms. So that's that checked pattern again that I said I like, £35 for the long pyjamas, and they also had the night shirt, which is this one here. Yeah, I love that pattern, love the colour on it as well. And the night shirt's £25. So next, I'm having a little break in the cafe. So I've got a skinny latte with gluten-free, sugar-free, should I say, caramel syrup, and this is a gluten-free bacon roll. It is £5.50, but it was nice, and you did get a lot of bacon on. Next, moving on to the Christmas food.
slowly crept into the sky. It filled the morning air with warmth and life. Sounds of birds in harmony, and you there right next to me. Oh, no matter where we go, oh, my heart is yours to own. Through all the storms I'm by your side. Through days of warmth I'm by your side. Like the stars and the moon in the nighttime sky, I'm by your side. With your hand in mine, all wrapped up warm, sitting by the fire. This life is the best, living wild and free, with you there right next to me. Oh, no matter where we go, oh, my heart is yours to own. Through all the storms I'm by your side. Through days of warmth I'm by your side. Like the stars and the moon in the nighttime sky, I'm by your side.
Now these chocolate whips are not just for Christmas, the mini whips, but I had to show you them because they are my favourite and they're on offer at the minute at $2.75 and they are gluten free. Absolutely love those. And they've got the peppermint bark tins. How nice does that look for a present? The tin and everything with the stripes. £10 they are. And then I thought this looked really nice. The maple caramel whips. Look how cute they look. So you get 4 in those. Yeah, really nice. They didn't have the price, but these ones were £4 for the pack of festive truffles, caramels and chocolates, it said. How cute. £15 for this huge box. I mean, expensive, but you do get a lot in there. Beautiful box as well. Would, again, make a nice present, or you could always treat yourself. Why not? So that was just festive chocolate, truffles and caramels again. So like the smaller box, but obviously a lot bigger. Then they had these big chocolate bars, Bear Hugs from Me to You, which was 4 caramel filled bears. Sorry, they're not big chocolate bars. They've got all individual chocolates in. And then they've got You're the Goat, which was salted, I think. And then £4 Your Pawsome, with the little sausage dogs in. And those ones were solid milk chocolate, I think it said. Then £7.50 for Whip Off the Old Block. This is a block. Milk chocolate bar filled with mallow and salted caramel sauce. I would have bought that if it wasn't for the salted caramel. Myself, I'd have treated myself. Then they had some advent calendars. So they had this one, it had peanut butter and caramel in, it had giant buttons, it had mini whips in, it had blonde fudge bites in. How nice is that? I think it was £12, but it had a lot of different variety in it. And then £12 also for the Chocolate Mountain Bar Advent Calendar. 24 milk, dark, white and blonde chocolate, honey and almond nugget mini mountain bars. So a bit like the Toblerone, I think. And they even had the made without dairy Advent Calendar. And that one was only £4.50. So good price for that. And then I'm just giving you an overview because obviously all the Halloween goodies are still in. So they've got loads of different sweets, chocolates, crisps, spooky bites, all sorts of things, petrifying pumpkins, lollies, little cakes. Yeah, so this is all still in there, and some made without munch as well in the Halloween range. So yeah, if you're having a Halloween party, you might want to get yourself off to look in there. Hope you enjoyed having a little look around M&S. If you can see me over the top of the steering wheel, all I picked up, oh, let me just have a drink. Throat's a bit dry. all I picked up was a few food bits, so I thought I'd just sit in the car and show you just before I set off home. Got a bottle of Bucks Fizz to put away for Christmas, and this was, I think it was £3.75. I do like an M&S Bucks Fizz. Then I picked up 2 of the big chocolate Santas. So these are the big bubbly Santas. So the littler ones are £1 and these are £1.75. And I have checked the date on them because I nearly bought some after 8 mints in B&M. And they ran out in November. So yeah, it just shows you've got to check, haven't you, if you're trying to keep things, you know, for a few months. So picked up 2 of those. That's if they save till Christmas, because if you are a regular here, you will know I am a massive chocoholic. But yeah, these are being planned on being kept for Christmas. So milk chocolate, big bubbly Santa. So I think they look a little bit like Aero inside. And then I love a yellow sticker. And these both had yellow stickers on, and they are the made without wheat. So I picked them both up. They both say freezable as well, so I can put them in the freezer when I get home and have them whenever. So I got the made without wheat, gluten-free spaghetti bolognese, always handy to have in if you just want a quick tea. And the saving is really worth it because it should be £4.50 and it was £2.70. And then the made without wheat, the gluten-free steak pie. I've had both of these before and I do like them, and the pie should have been £4 and it was reduced to £2.68. So it is really worth looking out for those yellow labels. All right, feel a little bit on show. A few people around giving me a bit of a funny look. So yeah, only picked up those few bits in Marks and Spencer's. I saw a couple of things that I was tempted by in the clothes section. Some of the nice cardigans and that, but really, I should have done this before I come, but I need to have a look what I've got. Sort of colour wise, do you know what I mean? Because I don't want, like, you know, 5 beige cardigans or whatever. So I need to really swap my clothes over now, you know, my winter and my summer, and yeah, figure out what I've got really. But I've kept a few things in mind. So yeah, just need to see what really I'm short of, if you like. But anyway, that is it. I'll see you again later. I'm back. I've just been home and got changed, and I'm now going to, well, I am taking Bentley a long walk. It is absolutely beautiful here, the weather. It was yesterday as well. What's it like where you are? Hopefully it's sunny for you too. And it's actually really warm as well as sunny. I've put a long sleeve top on, but I keep having to push my sleeves up. I'm that hot. Mind you, when I'm walking, I do walk quite fast, so I do get a bit of a sweat on. But yeah, it's absolutely glorious. So I thought I would bring you guys along and show you Bentley, because I know a lot of you like to see him. If you are new, Bentley is our cockapoo and he's 11 years old. But a lot of people think he still looks like a puppy. But anyway, I'm sure you'd rather see him than me, so I'm going to turn you around. So here he is. Good boy. Say hello to everybody. Aren't you? Yeah. Oh. Aren't you a handsome boy? Yeah. Come on then. Oh, he really needs a groom. I've thought for the past few days, I really need to message my groomer and get him booked in. So I must do that when I get back, because he is looking a little bit long. Hopefully she'll be able to get him in soonish. So hopefully he won't have to be a hairy monster for too much longer. I always think he looks so cute when his hair's longer though, but you know, it's not good for them, is it? And obviously they get a little bit more matted up. So yeah, anyway, yes, must definitely book him in for his groom when we get back, mustn't we? Where are you? There you are. Have you stopped for a wee wee? Yeah. Say hello everybody. Go on then.
There's only one thing I hope
So I am back now with my evening skincare routine as promised. So I usually put my headband on just to keep my hair off of my face, and I also like to use my wristbands because I hate it when water dribbles down my arms. Though these do want a bit of a wash. That's one. I better put these in the wash after filming. But yeah, so just excuse that. Right, now because I've got makeup on, if I hadn't got any makeup on, I'd just go straight in with my cleanser. But because I have got a little bit on, I'm going to first take off the excess makeup with the trusty micellar water and some cotton wool, especially to get the mascara off. And then I'm going to obviously cleanse my face with my cleanser. And the one I'm using at the moment is the Emmalouise Pro Collagen Serenity Cleansing Balm. If you saw my JOYBUY video, it's one of the ones that I got off of that app. I'm definitely going to buy some more things off there because I've got some really good buys. So that's where I got that from. So I'm going to put that on in a minute when I've just took off some of my makeup, like I say, with the micellar water. And then you tend to put that on those sort of cleansing balms on a dry skin, not on damp skin. So I'm just going to use a bit of that, scoop a bit of that out, and then rub it between my fingers, and then rub it on my face, and rub it in some circular motions all around. And then I'm going to use my flannel to rinse it off. I've got quite a few of these cloths. I've had them from, I've had some of them from Home Bargains, most of them from Home Bargains, and some from Primark. I think this is a Primark one. Let me just put my water on so that can be warming up a little bit. While I'm waiting for that to warm up, I'm going to use my cleansing brush. This is a dermalogical one, so it vibrates, but there's loads out there, isn't there, on the market. I've also got this one. Can't even remember where I got that from. I think I got it in a glossy box quite a while ago. But yeah, like I say, this is the dermalogical one. You can get those really expensive ones, can't you? The Foreo, whatever they're called, but they are expensive. So I wouldn't necessarily buy one of those. I mean, I might if they want to work with me. But yeah, I think they are quite expensive. So I just sort of go in. I'm going a little bit fast. Should go a little bit slower than that. Chatting, I'm zooming along, but yeah, I think you're supposed to go quite slow, really. Circular motions with that, and then switch that off and just give that a rinse. Then wet my flannel and just rinse it all off, rinse my cleanser off. Quite often I'll use sheet masks. I bought some from Primark and I like the Garnier ones. I like the Garnier Vitamin C one. Yeah, quite like a sheet mask. And go over again with another wipe. Yeah, I do like sheet masks. I like anything vitamin C. I don't use, the next thing I'm going to do is use an exfoliator or a scrub, this one's called. Again, vitamin C, like I say, I do love anything vitamin C. This is a Nip and Fab Vitamin C Scrub Fix. I only use this probably once or twice a week, and I'll probably use a face mask once or twice a week. And also, I quite like the under eye patches. Again, use probably those sort of once or twice a week, but not all, obviously, on the same evening. So I'm going to use the exfoliator this evening. So that is that. Let me just bend down, give my face a little bit of a rinse with some cold water. I always like to rinse it with cold water. Don't get my towel. At the end I always like to rinse with cool water. So dab that Then I'm going to put on a bit of the exfoliator. I call it exfoliator, it's called Scrub Fix. Running a little bit short actually on that, so I might have to get some more. And I just gently, because obviously it is like, you know, we know what exfoliator scrubs are like. So you do have to be quite gentle, I think, rubbing those in, because they are quite gritty, aren't they? So yeah, just be careful around your eyes. Do my forehead. Just have to be careful, don't you, around your eye area and lip area, just because it's a little bit more delicate. And then I'm just going to rinse that off again with my flannel, my cloth. Yeah, I do like that exfoliator. Like I say, a lot of the things that I try are out of the Boots £10 Tuesday or Beauty Advent calendars, things like that. Or when I've seen people who I follow on Instagram, and if they've got offer codes or anything like that, I think, oh, I'll give it a whirl. And then that's a good way to try things, isn't it? And then if you like them, you can repurchase them, you know, when they're not on offer or they've not been in an advent calendar or whatever. But I think anything like that, then beauty advent calendars, anything like that, or if you've got any offers, are always good to give things a whirl. And then again, I'm just going to rinse with some cold water. I always like to finish off with cold water. And then pat my face dry. And then I'm going to use the toner again, just in case there's any bits of the scrub left. So just get a little bit more of the toner that I used this morning, and just give once over, just make sure there's none of the other products left on my face. And then in the evening I tend to use a retinol, and the one that I'm using at the minute, again, I got this off Boots £10 Tuesday. It is the number 7 Pure Retinol Night Concentrate. So that's the one I'm using at the minute. What have I got? I've also got, that I like, the Garnier Vitamin C Brightening Night Serum. So that's another one that I sometimes use. But at the minute, that's not retinol, but at the minute I am using this number 7 retinol. So I just put that on after the toner. Right, so that's cleanser, exfoliator, toner, retinol, and then eye cream again. At the minute, I'm just using the same one in the evening that I've been using. This is the only one I've got at the minute. Sometimes I do have a couple of different sorts on the go. But this is the same one that I used this morning, the Primark one. So again, just squeeze some out, as you can see there, and then just rub it in with the little roller ball. And then I always do have a different cream at night to put on. So I never use the same moisturiser. I always use a day moisturiser and then a night cream at night. I didn't used to when I was younger. I just used to use the same one. But now I always use a specific night cream. And I have to say my favourite is the Elemis Superfood Midnight Facial. I do love this. Again, Elemis, it's not cheap. So I really do use a mixture. I use Primark, Aldi, but then I like Elemis, Clinique, I like their Clinique, I've got a little one actually, let me show you that because I do like that, I need to sort. But anyway, it's the Clinique, the little purple one, I think it's called Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm, very similar to the Elemis one, very nice texture, so I do like that cleansing balm, should I say, the Clinique one, that's another one of my favourites. This is my favourite night cream. Oh, this is the Clinique one that I was talking about. Yeah, Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. That one, very similar to the Elemis, how it looks inside and the feel of it. Yeah, I do like that one. I think out of the two, probably the Clinique has just got the edge, I think. But yeah, they're both great products, aren't they, Elemis and Clinique. So that is the Superfood night cream. And then this is what I was talking about as well earlier, the UK Lash Serum. So this is what I've been using the past few months It's just got a really thin brush, and I just put it on the lash line next to my eyelid there, and I just put a little bit on that every night. And yeah, it's just supposed to make your lashes grow. I mean, I was a little bit, oh, is that gonna work? You know, when I ordered it, but again, I think I got an offer code. I think somebody was advertising it, or you know, on Instagram or something, and I think I'd got an offer code, so I thought I'm going to try it. But I do actually think it has made a difference. Just have to be careful, don't get it in your eye, don't put too much on. Yeah, I do think it has made a difference to helping my lashes to grow. And then the last thing that I sometimes use are the Tan Look Super Glow face drops. These are not cheap, but I do like them. They just give you a little bit of a glow. So sometimes I'll put them on in the morning, sometimes I'll put them on at night. Don't use them every day. They are the hyaluronic self-tan serum. You can add it to your moisturiser, but I tend to just, it's a pipette, and I just tend to put a few drops into my hand and then rub my fingers together and just put it on. And it does give you a nice, healthy glow. They are good. I have had Aldi, can't say it, did do a dupe of them ages ago, and I had those and they were quite good, but I've not seen them recently in there. And also Primark have done dupes of them as well, and I think Revolution do some glow sort of serum drops as well. I think it's Revolution, but the Tan Lux is the sort of the OG, if you like. So yeah, I do like those, but like I say, not particularly cheap, but they do tend to give you a little bit of a glow. And then I have got at the moment as well, though I don't think I've got a lot of it left. Where is it? Again, my box of goodies. I got this from, it is the Rehab Brow Care Serum, and it's just for putting on your brows, and it is rehab, so it's a really good mate. But I'm sure I got this from Home Bargains. You know, like sometimes you can just pick up random things in Home Bargains that are a good mate, and I'm sure that's where I got this from. And it was obviously really, really cheap. But I haven't seen it again since, I have to say. I think it was just one of those things that they have as a one-off. But yeah, I do put that as well on my eyebrows, just to try and keep those in nice condition, and yeah, try and grow those a little bit as well. Because if you were like me in the 90s, we did a lot of overplucking, didn't we, back then, of the eyebrows, and it's really hard to get them back once you have overplucked. So I just think anything that helps with the brows is a good thing for me as well. So that is pretty much it for my evening skincare routine. Yeah, I do vary up some of the products. It just depends what I've got at the time. And then the only other thing that I do in the evening is to put the Keratin on. Keratin, yeah, for my hair this is now. And it is the Serum Anti-Hair Fall Fortifying Serum. That's what it looks like. I got it off Amazon, and it's a pipette again. Doesn't make your hair greasy, and I just tend to pour a few drops straight onto my hair. It's just supposed to help with hair growth, thickening your hair, keeping your hair in nice condition. So I just sort of tend to go through and put it, you know, it's slapdash. Just put a few drops around the roots, different parts of my roots, and then just sort of give it a little bit of a rub in. And yeah, so that's something else I've been trying to use on this hair care journey that I am trying to be on, just to try and get my hair in better condition. So yeah, that's that one. And I tend to put that on. I mean, I think you're supposed to use it every day, but I tend to do every day, every other day, that sort of thing. But yeah, so that is that. That's my evening skincare routine. Now it's time to get into bed. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of reading. I do like reading, having wind down. Though I do love my television as well. I do love watching TV in bed. Always like to watch things, not really on the normal channels, the ordinary channels. It's not really that much on, but I like to watch a lot of Netflix and Discovery Plus. But I think I've sort of exhausted everything pretty much on Netflix. I'm waiting for some new things to come out. So I'm going to do a little bit of reading tonight, and then I think I'm going to write in my bucket list journal. I showed it in a TEMU haul. Yeah, I'm going to write in that, add a few things into that. So that's what I'm going to do before I go to sleep. That is it for today's video. I really hope you have enjoyed watching. It's been a long one, so I hope you are still with me, and I hope you have enjoyed today's longer video. If you have, please click the like button, and if you would like to subscribe, that would be absolutely fabulous. I would really appreciate it. As always, comment below. You guys know that I love to read your comments and that I reply to every single one. Thank you for all your support, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.